Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do New X-Men, issue number 151 by Marvel Comics, made by Grant Morrison and MARC SILVESTRI. So this is a 4-parter. Here comes the tomorrow, 1 of 4. We're going to do all 4 of them. And yeah, let's dive in and see what this is all about. So this is, well, here and now, I believe, possible future, I guess. No multiverse. Thank God. And it seems that this guy is being hunted by crawlers, night crawlers. And he calls to a person, or well, something that's called Rover. He says, get down here. And and then he's being surrounded. And he says, all right, you suppose you're all thinking, let's just pick on the poor little human out on his own, aren't you? Well, you haven't met my big mate then, have you? Rover, introduce yourself. So it's a Sentinel, old school. I love Sentinels. They are great. Well, they are not specific villains, but tools of destruction, if you will. So yeah, he's powering up and destroy all of the crawlers. And he says, and I believe this guy is Englishman. And he says, he calls them wankers. You know, I could have sworn there was 5 of them. This is bollocks. We can stay out here 1 minute longer, but then. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this gorgeous shot from MARC SILVESTRI. Oh my God. So he says that the Beast knows this place like the back of his hand. So, the Beast, who is he? Probably, I believe, the Beast or maybe something else. Who knows? We see him here, but, you know, he looks a little bit different. And then he hears a voice and he says, I'm late, sorry. 5 minutes ago, I could have done with some help. So this being is introducing herself as Eva, and she's from the Institute, so they are working together, right? And you must be Tom Skylark. I don't use my own name, mostly. The pair of us work as a team, Rover and I. I'm very good with machines, if I may say so myself. Rover seems to be a first-generation Sentinel, one of my remote ancestors. Oh, such a strong machine. And she explains that she was somehow bonded years ago by a mutant called Phantom X. I believe X-Men fans know who that is. But something happens to him and now she is all alone, right? And sorry to hear it, love. Rover here might be an antique, but they built their killer robots to last in the old days. Rover, say hello to Eva. Destroy. Vocabulary is not much to write home about, but he means well. And he saved my life more times than that can add up. And then she sees something on the back of the Sentinel. And she says, is that, well, what do you think? The proud people founding on the moon. If it wasn't real, who do you think the beasts would be so eager to get a hold of it? We've been chased the whole bloody way across the Atlantic. So they figure out they need to go to Manhattan Crater, kind of a sanctuary, right? So they go there. And I believe this is all a mismatch. I mean, I see, you know, the Paris Tower, Eiffel Tower, I mean, the Big Ben, and something from the Middle East. And this is the Institute, some kind of a, like I said, safe haven that tried to preserve the achievements from back in the day, right? And, but it seems that Tom here has a grudge against, well, the Beast. He wants payback because of what happened to the proud people. Because of that bloody egg. Now, I didn't know what he was talking about. We're going to see what the egg is. And he says, if your X-Men think they can take down the Beast, then you can sign us up. I love it. Then he speaks in, you know, in plural. Like, I mean, although this is a machine, right? He's not talking about themselves. No, Rover and I. Those are, you know, it's a real team. And then we go to Transatlantis. God has abandoned his failed experiment, the Earth. Now it's the time of blasphemous creation, where man once walked, new monstrosities thrive. His ruined city, their breeding ground. So this guy goes on and on about, you know, that. And he's talking about that his creations has received a mark. And that they're going to basically inherit the earth. You know, the whole thing, you know. Prepare to die in this apocalypse, he says to his minions. So I wonder if this, you know, Hank McCoy or maybe something else, Who knows? So they are in this, well, in the institute, and I believe there's a couple of mutants here. You can see this boy or girl here with 4 arms. The attacks come more frequently now. The beast is pumping Crawler Chimera out of his biofoundries as fast as he can dream them up, and he has the entire stolen mutant gene base to code and splice from. Great, and the good news is, he can't find us here, right? You have security shields. But then, oh, we saw something. How does he? Maybe he's teleporting himself into, this robot. We see the Xavier statue here. Nice. But then it teleported. Resolution, come over. Yeah. And so the Sentinel says, destroy? A Crawler hitched a ride. But I thought they couldn't teleport through your shields. No, there was only one, but it's duplicating itself. All right. Wait, I was a little bit too quick. Whoops. Art, again, MARC SILVESTRI is a master of its craft. It's just so good, well done. He's away with machines. He can do detail very, very well, especially with machines and all that stuff. So Eva is scanning Cyclops traits, multiple man codes. Within minutes, there could be hundreds. So Tom says, Rover protect. So Rover is, protecting Tom, killing these night crawlers while they're shooting, Cyclops eye beams, right? And and Eva is, calling on the X-Men, right? Because these crawlers duplicating themselves. Don't let them near the egg. And then we have Hawkman. Oh, man, I'm sorry, the Falcon. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. But it says, woohoo! And he has a baseball bat. Maybe a version of the Angel. I don't know. That could be. I don't know. Just making stuff up. Why not, get a sword or something other deadly than, punching them out? But somehow these Nightcrawlers has the power to penetrate Sentinel armor and takes them down very quick, and then teleporting away with the egg. That was quick and easy, right? So they go back and they're speaking Deutsch, German, and it says, "Is gut? Is it good?" Right? And the beast says, "All that you are, I made you to be. Greater than gold, more deadly than bombs, my phoenix egg, my sweet Jean." Again with Jean Grey. Okay, so we see Jean Grey probably in the future. Ha ha ha. And then in the Citadel is also, these are the Cuckoos, right? The Cuckoo sisters. There are only 3 of them now. They call themselves 3 into 1, or 3 in 1. Your arrival may have come too late, Wayfarer. Our last hope was taken from us. That immense power, that dread potential now lies in the hand of the beast. In our dreams, we have seen a new dark age. How did it happen so quickly? This creature, or person, mutant, says, well, I guess no one thought Rome could fall either. So he talks about, how technologically advanced Rome was, with the plumbing, with science and art and communications. But eventually, Wolverine says, within 100 years, it was just debris and lice. Sometimes you got to take care of what you got, right? But then someone else is coming. And I spent the last 3 months in silence observing birds and insect behavior. Cloud planets tied somewhere, somehow, something has gone fundamentally wrong, Logan. Well, if it ain't bad news, Cassie. Nice to see you looking so perky, Miss X. So the Cuckoo says, a little respect for the headmistress, Logan. Please, this is Cassandra Novak Xavier. And Cassandra, who was once a villain, probably now an ally, has said there's something wrong with the universe, right? Something broken that needs to be fixed. And then we go to 150 years earlier, and we see again Scott Summers moping because of Jean Grey Summers that has died, and he's standing there, and then the voice says, this will be only the third or so time you have to bury her. I like that. And it's none other than Emma Frost, who looking very fine. And it must be getting rather tedious, Scott dear. These reruns of your grief. Not funny, he says. Yes, it is, and you know it. No, Magneto-Xoran this last year. My eyes were open, Emma. Something about us X-Men makes them want to kill us, and nothing we do makes a difference. Difference to what? To people? For God's sake, Scott, who cares about them? I want to reopen the school. It is done, Emma. Even Professor X has retired. The costumes, the heroics, done. But you and I, together, think of what marvelous teachers we could be to a new generation of gifted bloody brats. We could inspire them to greatness. And Scott, imagine what we could do for one another. Don't you want to inherit the earth? And then he says, someone else can have it, Emma. No, I quit. That leads us to the next issue. Very interesting. So, past, present, and future. Days of future past? Who knows? I'm interested purely because Grant Morrison is a great writer. MARC SILVESTRI is a fantastic artist. And I want to see more. So this is a little bit of a shot what's happened in the next issue. Yeah, we're going to take a dive into that. Or a look-see. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Interesting. And you cannot go wrong with the art of MARC SILVESTRI. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video. And bye-bye.